Hello. We'll give it a few minutes for people to join. For everyone to get in before we start. Ooh, wow, I actually just slight spoilers, aren't I? Here. Oops. Oh well. We shall give it a second for people to join in. Honestly, only 5 minutes late is not that bad. I'll take it. Can I get someone in the chat? Just make sure that you can hear me. You should be able to. I just want to double check that I'm not being a clown. Yeah. Oh, Danny. Is that Danny as in Pfeiffer's pet Danny that I'm seeing there? Oh my god. Hi, Danny. Hi, Battle Hi, Noah. Alright then, without further ado, I'll get going. Welcome everyone to the Season 21 reveal stream. For those of you that have been here before, same drill as before. Otherwise, we'll run you through the teams, the schedule, and yeah, that'll be it for this stream. Without further ado, congratulations to the Season 21 Lock-in champions, Gertyo. A hard-fought BO5 to end the Lock-in tournament. Shout out to Five for Spet. That was a super fun stream. We had a bunch of viewers, it was great. Hoping that this season can have that much success in all its game, not just the finals. But yeah, Season 21. It starts tomorrow, so we'll have matchups out later tonight. We're gonna have captains meeting right after this, so if you're a captain, I expect you to be there, or else, grr. But that's kind of the calendar for this season. Week 1, July 28th to August. You see all the weeks, the quarterfinals, grand finals. Note that it's in the same week as the semifinals. Its default schedule is on that Sunday at 8 Eastern, I believe. Double check that, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's the time. That can be moved. If the semifinals conclude earlier, you can move the grand finals to another time if both teams agree, but that is the default time for it. But that's the season 21 schedule. So without further ado, the first team! DSS Gaming. I feel like they paid to be the first team here. But that's alright, they can have it. Diamond PR, we have Trombone Man Noah, we have Drac, and we have French Toast, 3 very big names, very recognizable names. At Plat PR, we have Big Slime, makes another return on DSS. Plat Demon, if I remember correctly, in their last run, where they made it pretty far, I believe in Season 20, Big Slime was a big reason for this, having multiple 25+ kill performances on the Sentinel to bring them to, I want to say the semifinals, maybe the finals, I'm not sure. My mind is failing me. And last and not least, Julie at Bronze. She's been an absolute clutch demon, to be honest, especially for a low elo player. Super good Bronze player. I mean, this team is full of iconic players. They're all back. DSS still hasn't won a title. Will this be the season where they do? Probably not. But let's pray for them anyways. Next up, we have Total Badasses. TBA. That's captained by Ladybug, our production specialist, as well as Dragon Z, who I believe is a player that's played with Ladybug a bunch of times. Ophi, I recognize the returning member, Immortal. If I remember correctly, they're held as quite a talented Immortal player. I've only seen them a few seasons, but they've been pretty good if I remember. Pumpkin, the name doesn't ring a bell. If that's a returning player under a different name, I apologize, I don't recognize the name. But excited to see them play, and Battle Gnome returns at Gold. Fantastic Gold player. Has won a few seasons. I think I won with him actually. Actually, no, I think we came short. But Battle Gnome has won a season at least. I'm sure of this. These are a bunch of returning players. Welcome back. And for Pumpkin, who I think is brand new, welcome to FLV. Next up we have Kate and Friends. Again, a bunch of returning players here. Mink, I believe his vibes under a different name. I'm 99% sure of this. We have Pod as an Ascendant player, who I also think is returning. Cade returning at Silver, usually Bronze in Silver area. Super good player, Chamber player, if you've seen him play. He's a great Opper, great Chamber player. Squeezy returns at Ascendant. I recently got to meet Squeezy in Toronto. That's my GOAT. Squeezy, super good player, especially at Ascendant PR. And Avian Ninja at Bronze, also a great Bronze player. This team looks to be a pretty exciting team. a great assortment of players. I'm excited to see what they can do. Entirely returning members to FLV, so congrats to them, and thank you for coming back, and let's hope we have a great season. Next up, Rise Dawn. This is the first free agent team. So this is a team full of free agents. Rise Dawn with Junketsu, who I don't think I recognize. I think they're a brand new player at Bronze PR. Lost from Light, you guys may have seen him recently as the Season 21 lock-in final, subbing in for Gertyo. This is Fire Venom under a different name at Ascendant PR. Fantastic player. V returns at Plat. V has captained teams and played in FLV since like Season 6, I think. They've been there for such a long time. Great Plat player. They missed a few seasons, but you see them pop up every now and then. They're a fantastic Plat player. Ping we've also seen. Pretty excited to see Ping play again. If I remember correctly, this was one of the best Diamond players we had a few seasons ago. So super excited to see them play again. And lastly, we have Nako888 RVG. And honestly, I have no idea who this is. I think this is a brand new player. There's cicadas in the background. Honestly, I need to get the mic filter working properly, but it is summer, so they're chirping away. I apologize if it's distraction. So be it. You guys can put up with it. Oh my god, I can hear them now that you pointed it out. Oh my god, they're so loud. Is my window open? Alright, close my window. Maybe that'll be better. Good stream off, Gnome. Alright, next up. Toothless Dragons. I don't recognize any of these players. So they must be all brand new players. And if that's the case, super happy to have them here. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I don't recognize any of these players. So I assume they're all brand new players. And if so, welcome to FLV. We'll run down who we have. We have at Gold PR, Jaeger. At Diamond PR, Friendly Mushroom. At Diamond PR again, Helicopter. At Bronze PR, Aura Max, I assume that says Mogger. It seems a little cut out. And at Ascendant PR, Saint. Yeah, I don't recognize any of these players. Looking forward to seeing you guys play. And happy to have you guys here. Alright, then next up we have One Designated Driver. I recognize all of these players. These are probably some of the most iconic FLV players, so it'd be bad if I didn't recognize them. At Bronze, and I assume Captain, because Jose is lazy and likes to have other people captain for him. Garfield, otherwise known as Butler, who we've seen quite a bit. We saw them, the earliest iteration was for Ranged Eakins, if I remember. Great Bronze player, usually around Gold or Plat, so Bronze is like absolute deal for Garfield. At Ascendant PR, absolute robbery, Jose. This guy is probably no better than Plat at this point, but he's somehow an Ascendant. Nonetheless, historic FLV player. Probably has won a title with me at some point. Probably not actually. No, never mind. I think Jose, Sock, and I won one together, if I remember. So, carried to that win. Then we have the winningest FLV player, 7-time champion, something like that. I stopped counting after like 4. Depia, great player. I mean, I think individually he's pretty mid, but apparently this guy just works some magic every time and makes him look fantastic. So, glad to see Depia around. At Gold, Bribben, who is Jose's like perpetual Gold player. Fantastic player for Gold. And Kiwi is another returning member from Jose's last team that he played with. I believe Jose, Garfield, and Kiwi were all on the same team last time. They played probably Bribben too. Depp probably just plugs in for their last player. But yeah, great team. Super excited to see what they're going to do. Next up. Sweet Nome, Alabama. This is my own team. I'm the captain of this one. I'll run you through what we have. We have myself at Ascendant. We have God Knifer, Beast, Judge player, whatever else is going on there. Ayo Panda, Serial Gobbler, some may say. At Diamond PR, we have Capitulation. I'm pretty sad to announce that Capitulation won't be here for like the entire season. I'm pretty sure because he's gone for a while. But Capitulation is the GOAT, renowned Diamond Beast. At Bronze, we have arguably the greatest Bronze player the world's ever seen. Not FLV, the world has ever seen. This is Captain Winners at Bronze. This guy's a beast. And then at Iron, we have their first appearance in FLV, Blue Bandit at Iron PR. She did her placements for this at our request. Be careful, she is the GOAT. Alright, and then next up we have Hydrogen Bomb, a bunch of returning faces too. Their captain and moderator, and General Goat. New Roses, also known as Nick Jr. at Ascendant PR. I have to say it, Nick. I think Ascendant, absolute robbery. Not sure. Like, your port team is just over PR'd because you're Ascendant. I'm sorry, Nick. It's just true. I'd take you at bronze, maybe silver. Nonetheless, glad to see Nick here. Akira, name doesn't ring a bell, but I see you in the chat. I think you're brand new. If you're not brand new, I'm sorry, but I don't recognize the name. Wonder, I do recognize. They've played before. Great player. Mac DeMarco, again, I don't recognize the name. If that's a player that's returning, happy to see you. If that's a different name, I'm sorry, but I don't recognize the name. And then Milkshake, I do recognize. Recently subbed in for what's the name? Gert Yo in the season 21 finals and looked great. So a good looking team on paper. I mean, I don't recognize half the players, but I'm sure you guys can carry Nick. That being said, excited to see some of the returning players again. We couldn't think of a name. Well, that's just a great name for a team, really. Captained by S0CK, otherwise known as Sock, or Sook for the OGs. At Immortal PR, this guy is probably the perpetual carry of FLV. There's very few players that have been so consistently good at carrying their team, so expect this team to be good. Joined by Entry, who might be the most inconsistent, yet one of the best aimers I know. I mean, when this guy shoots, he's like probably Immortal level, and when this guy doesn't shoot, he's like easily bronze. So like, for this team, I hope for their sake that he shoots. Love both these guys. Yuki Force recently baited me in a 5-stack. I mean, this guy said I'll play and then immediately said never mind, I got Premier. So I have a bit of a grudge. No, not really. I love Yuki Force. I've seen them for the last few seasons they played. Super cool guy. Cool player. Excited to see them. Vic, honestly, I want to know how you guys managed to get Vic to play. Because every time she's ever on a team, she's like, oh, I'm captaining, but I'm not playing. Which is cringe. Agreed. But Vic at gold, probably a big steal. She's pretty cracked. Even though she doesn't play that much anymore. And then lastly, Halo at silver PR. Friend of Yuki Force. Another good player. Oh my god, is Vic not playing? Oh, it's whatever. But Halo at silver, another great player, part of that same friend group as Yuki Force. Happy to see this entire returning roster of GOATs, to be honest. Do we have any more teams? Let's see. We do! Noodle Esports! That's the second free agent team, which, dare I say, I cooked. Yes, I'm pretty sure I cooked with this one. Whoever's in this, like, you guys just have to agree, this team is just legendary. Captain this team, Bloodhunter. I mean, this is a free agent team. Bloodhunter at Diamond PR. This guy is one of the founders of FLV. He was a long-time admin until he recently retired. Okay, this is a free agent team, but like I called them up, you know what I mean? Like they weren't exactly free. It's complicated. But Bloodhunter, super great player, Hall of Famer. This team is like 3 Hall of Famers, like they're cracked. But Bloodhunter's a great player. His little brother, Meow Meow Papaya at gold, also a great player. I think he's recently returning from like a long trip abroad. So might be washed, but probably isn't. At gold, we also have Beesme, another Hall of Famer. In case you guys weren't here, like back in like season 7, season 8, Beesme used to put out like 4 to 6 free agent teams a season. This is just, it's the go to free agent teams, okay? Like don't ask questions. Like Beesme is the goat. Fralv, in case you're wondering who Fralv is, some of you may not recognize the name. This is the greatest observer in FLV. If you watched the finals observing, that was Fralv observing. Super goated observer. Probably a little worse of a player, but like that's just because they're that good at observing. But super cracked player. And at Silver PR we have Mickett, who is recently recovering from an operation, so wish her the best, but also super glad to see her around. At Silver PR is an absolute steal for Mickett as well. This team is absolute cook. And I'm super glad to see these guys all around. They're great people. Oh, I forgot to mention Mickett is also a Hall of Famer, by the way. They just have casually 3 Hall of Famers on this team. Great team. Next, do we have anything else? Oh, Pfeiffer's Pets! Oh my god, they're back! Danny! I'm so glad to see this team back. This is one of these standout teams from Lock-In. Love to watch them play. They were super good. Super good. Made it all the way to the finals. Best of 5. Took Gert Yo, the winners, to 5 games. They're a brand new team from Season 21 lock-in. Yeah, again, absolutely so happy to see these guys back. Takumi is the GOAT at Bronze PR. Ball handler. I've watched this guy slam Sin, who is a Radiant player in his ISO multiple times. Great player. Adam May, I think that's a new player in Five Respects. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Danny. I think Adam May and Cornball are different players. Or they were subs for the finals, one of the two. But I don't recognize those two names, at least from the finals. Both are new, there you go, that's what I thought. So Ada May and Cornball, brand new players for Five Respects. And then Danny returns at Ascendant PR. This team is just out of lock-in finals with just 2 changes. I expect them to be super good. Super excited to see them. And yeah, that's the last team. That's the last team for the reveal stream. That's all I have. If you're here, matchups will be live in give or take 40 minutes if I get to it. If they're not out in 40 minutes because reveal stream runs long or something happens IRL that I can't control, then they'll be out promised. They'll be out promised at the end of the night. We'll post them. I think we have 11 teams this season. It's a bit smaller than what we're used to. So if you guys want bigger seasons for future seasons, tell your friends. We're not planning on stopping FLV. I know there were rumors that FLV might be ending. It's not ending. We're going to keep running it. So bring your friends for further seasons. As for any other important things, Captain's meeting will be at 5:30 Central, so 6:30 Eastern in literally 10 minutes. So if you're a captain or your captain can't attend, you're a co-captain, please be there. There's some important things that we're going to touch on that we want you guys to be able to know. I saw a question about the podcast. Podcast is coming back on Monday. It'll be a weekly podcast where we'll talk about power rankings, all stuff fun. Come and see it. It should be around like 6 Eastern. It might change day to day. Check out the events tab in FLV. That's where you'll see it. We're also endeavoring to run community games, whether that be 10-mans, Jackbox, or games like that every week, once at least a week. So keep an eye out for those. And then if you guys are at all interested in production, observing, producing, or casting, feel free to grab the production roles. If you don't know how to do that, either ask a question, take questions or feedback, or open a ticket. We're more than happy, and we're looking for more other people so we can produce games every week. With that being said, that's the end of the stream for today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Apologies for the cicadas in the back. And we'll see you guys for next stream. Goodbye, everyone.